At this time, I would like to ask Edward Kunkel, presenter, and Richard Vinnie Becker, inductee, to please come forward.
Good evening. What a fabulous affair. Very, very special. A few housekeeping things, if you don't mind. I'd like to acknowledge our appreciation to Chairman Lisa Contos, AD Tony Peranto, the members of this outstanding committee, and also one other person who always is there to help research every one of us. Every time there's something to look up in the archives, Carla Manzi is always there to help us, and I'm sure we've always used her as a resource. Thank you. Vin, this is quite a locker room, buddy. It's the best we've ever had. Between Bartlett and Nichols, this is special. It is my distinguished honor to introduce Richard Vin Becker to you this evening. We'll get into the news portion a little bit later. Our first introduction to Vin, the athlete, came in the Bartlett High School junior high basketball game. Our Bartlett High School coach, Ziggy Strzelecki, coach of our junior high team, prepped us for a big road trip against a good, tough team from Dudley. Next day, the big road trip, which lasted about 6 minutes, from the town hall of Webster to where the Dudley police station is now, and we entered the Dudley Junior High cafeteria gymnasium. As you walked in, one thing really got our attention. Most notable were the chain nets. We have never seen chain nets before. Every time they would get a hoop, mostly corner jump shots by Vin, it sounded like a fire alarm going off. It was just incredible, the atmosphere there. And actually, I think it was a little bit smaller than our swimming pool that we played in, Vin. Collectively, after the game, our team had the same general feeling that when Vin comes to Bartlett High School his sophomore year, we would have some very, very successful athletic teams. The class of '60 had huge successes in 3 sports. In football, we were 6-3. Basketball, that Vin captain, was 17-2. And a team that local scribe Don Peters, writing for the Webster Times, stated was the best basketball team at Bartlett High School in over a decade. Vin was the starting catcher and inspirational leader of a 16-3 baseball team that beat Gardner in regional finals and qualified to represent the region in Western Mass. Vin in basketball was also one of the leading rebounders and averaged over 15 points per game. Don Ferrari stated that he was one of the best blockers and best all-around talent that we have on our team, and did an outstanding job. Never missed a practice, never missed a game. In all the games that we played our senior year, Vinny started in each and every one of them. The stats don't show that, but that means this guy had a tremendous amount of heart, and he cared with pride for the green and white. The pinnacle of Vin's athletic prowess at Bartlett High School came on graduation day, when he received the prestigious George Finnegan Award that represents example, achievement, and influence. These words have been the foundation of Vin's character in all his athletic and business achievements. Vin graduated with yours truly from Nichols College in 1964, where he captained both the football and the basketball team. only one flaw that I've ever noted in Vin's character. He always was, is now, and always will be a damn Yankee fan. So we'll excuse him for that tonight. Vin has two wonderful sons who are here this evening, Greg and Roscoe. He lives with his wonderful wife, Deanna. He's got friends that he brought up, business friends from Connecticut. First thing they said when they saw him here, they said, "Hey, News, how's it going?" That nickname travels, and travels fast. Vin, it is my distinct honor, my friend, my classmate, my teammate, into the Bartlett High School Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
Thanks, Ed. I shouldn't say thanks, Ed. It's thanks, ED. Staying with the tradition of Bartlett High School. And yes, I do have the name of bad news, but it was after my high school days. I want to say thank you to Ed for his kind words, and also to all the coaches and teammates that I had in the wonderful years of playing high school athletics. I'd also like to thank the Hall of Fame Committee for having voted me into this prestigious class of 2016 in the Bartlett High School Hall of Fame. I'd also like to talk to you about some friends in my support group here tonight that came up here for this special occasion. There's my wonderful wife, Deanne, my two sons, Ross and Greg, there's Brian, Peter, Sally, and Jerry, my partner. I also want to congratulate all the other inductees tonight for their achievements in the athletics of Bartlett High School. I thought a lot about this and didn't really know what I should say. It's been 55 years, actually it'll be 56 years in June, that I last stepped on a ball field for Bartlett High School. But let me tell you something. It was the thrill of victory, as you all have probably heard the statement of the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. My senior year, as Eddie mentioned earlier, was probably the best years of my life in playing sports. And our football team, yes, went 6-3, but that's the victory. The defeat was we lost to our arch rival, Suffolk. In basketball, we had a very good year of 17-2. We got invited to the prestigious, at that time, Clark tournament, which there wasn't any playoffs then. If you didn't go to the Clark tournament, you didn't play. The Clark tournament, the victory was that we got there. The defeat was that we lost to a Millbury High School team with a last second shot. And then we moved on to the baseball season. And in the baseball season, we had a very, very good team. And again, we were invited to the state championship playoffs, which Eddie mentioned. We beat Gardner, won the regionals, and that was the victory. But the defeat was that we lost in the semifinal game in the state championship to Pittsfield High School. So The victory and defeat has been part of my life for a long time. And I really, really enjoy sports, as my wife will say, a man in search of tickets, or if there was an ESPN, there wouldn't be television. So I was honored in those days and in 1960 to play, and proud to play, even though it ended up in a defeat in each one of those games. Tonight, it's the same thing. Only tonight, it's only victory. And I'm honored and proud to be an inductee in the Bartlett High School Hall of Fame in the class of 2016. Thank you.